will still be tafkheem. So here we have ma nir. So you've got to go ni, which is empty mouth, light, to ra, which is heavy, tafkheem. So ma nir tada. And the last one is where you have a word which begins with the hamzatul wasl. The second letter is the ra sakin. Now, what I've done here, I've drawn in a small kasra. Now that you won't really see it. The reason I've done it, and we would have covered this in the lesson on hamzatul wasl and hamzatul qat, is when you have generally imperative verbs. In which case, and we covered this in the previous lesson, the hamzatul wasl is pronounced as if it's got a kasra on it. So I've drawn the kasra in, but it won't be written unless you're looking at Majidi script, in which case it will. Okay, so in this case, the word begins with ir. Okay, so but it's really a hamzatul wasl. Remember, in the Majidi script, they won't put the wasla sign on. We covered all this before. It will look like an alif with a kasra underneath it. So it'll be ir. Again, the ra will be full mouth. So here we have irji'u. And again, if you covered grammar, you understand that. The hamzatul wasl will carry a kasra because the letter after the next letter after the hamzatul wasl, which is the sakin ra, i.e. the jim is carrying a kasra. So we know that we'll have to read the hamzatul wasl with a kasra as well. If you don't know your grammar, then this is a bit difficult, and as we said in previous lessons, you're better off maybe comparing your Uthmani script to a Majidi script to help you along. Okay, so if we simplify that, whenever ra sakin is followed by a tafkheem letter, okay, or it's preceded by hamzatul wasl, the ra sakin will be tafkheem. So that's all you have to remember, and they're the three exceptions. So let's do a recap of the three major groupings that you've got to remember, and hopefully this will be much more simpler now. So 15 rules, and all you've got to remember, if the ra is related to a dhamma or a fatha, it will be tafkheem. If it's related to a kasra sound, it will be tarqeeq, except for three exceptions, which are where the ra sakin preceded by kasra followed by one of the tafkheem letters, it will go as tafkheem, or the ra sakin is effectively preceded by hamzatul wasl, and you should be safe if you remember that. So the ra sakin followed by tafkheem letter, or the ra sakin preceded by hamzatul wasl is tafkheem. So hopefully that would have simplified it for you. So in conclusion, we should understand the 15 rules surrounding the pronunciation of the letter ra, and we've simplified it so you should have a simplified method of remembering all those rules. So you don't necessarily have to remember all 15 individually, just remember the three big concepts.